honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Thank you very much. And now the national anthem of Team Portugal. Take a closer look on the both team rosters. Visiting Team Switzerland, number 1, Jacob Thorne, number 2, Jeremy Cornus, 3, Casey Darling, 4, Mike Sailing, 8, Alexander Budinga, 9, Brandon Tunic, 10, Oliver Rios, 14, Phil Schutter, 15, Aidan Niklaus, 20, Frederick Flug, 23, Thomas Gering, 24, David Banner, 25, Louis Schottel, 27, Stefan Schaufel, 29, Tano Realini, 30, Kai Biederman, 37, Christopher Klaasens, 34, Andri Knechtle, 72, Kamen Bradenberger, 77, Matthias Friedrich, and 92, Andre Breingartner. And in Portugal, number 0, Thomas Vela, number 2, Michael Hawkins, 4, Michael Webster, 5, Noah Rosa, 9, William Charles, 11, Pedro Nunes, 12, Steven Kalistu, 13, Francisco Vasconcelos, 17, Greg Moreira. 20, Austin Torres. 21, Johnny Riley. 23, Luis Vasconcelos. 25, Max Rothman. 30, Ricardo Amorim Jr. 31, Michael Beck. 36, Robert Webster. 68, Tyler Cruz. 89, Justin Cruz. 91, Ruben Ananias. And 97, Pedro Foyko.
Yes, these are the rosters with the name. Unfortunately, I wrote it in Polish. So. Oh, so we don't have any screen here, okay? No. That's a bit tougher. Here are the bigger rosters for Switzerland and Portugal.
Well, you doing play-by-play and all?
Yeah, I can do it. We'll try. No, I think nothing bad will happen until we don't say any dirty words. That's still okay. Slag for a flash, but I like the term. I'm not pretty sure what can it mean, but I still like it. Tak, na rozgrzewkę. Yes, for a good job, let's take a seat. That's when we are going live.
I've just been guessing all the games on these two fields.
Yes, okay. Halo, dzień dobry. Kiedy wchodzimy z mikrofonami live? Policz do 10. So, hello and welcome. We are just about to begin another game of the European Men's Lacrosse Championships here in Wrocław 2025 on Pola Marsowe. This is Marcin Janiszewski speaking and
Fraser Hunter.
thank you. The game will be between Team Portugal and Team Switzerland. We can see the rosters, we can see the games, and we can see the table, since until now Portugal lost all of their 3 games against Norway, Israel and Scotland, and Switzerland lost only to Israel, winning the games with Scotland and Norway. So we're about to see the last game for both teams in their group stage. Let's see how it turns out. We'll be watching the players like Michael Hawking from Team Portugal, who's now 6th in the points table with 9 goals and 6 assists. And on Team Switzerland, there's Luis Zeftel with 5 goals and 1 assist. Let's take a closer look at them during the game. We're about to start with, of course, the face-off. We're waiting, I think, for the coaches, for the referees, just to prepare themselves. And yes, the ball is being put on the ground, so let the game begin. We'll see if the Portugal will try to bounce back and find their first win during this group stage of tournament, or will it just be the Team Swiss?
Certainly, I know Portugal yesterday had some moments of brilliance against Scotland, particularly in that second half, rallied a bit of a comeback. They'll be hoping to continue that momentum into this game and hopefully, as we say, get their first win for the day.
Yep. And the ball goes to... They're still fighting on the ground for the ball on the ground. And the ball will be probably red. Yes, it's being picked by number 21, Team Swiss, Dano Realini. Still in his stick, yes, pass to Luis Zeftel, one of the best scorers of the team, and is clearly passed to the attacking zone. Ball working around the cage by Team Switzerland, making it nice and patient. Christopher Claessens with the ball. Aidan Niklaus with the first running play. Puts it on the X. Back to the side. Brandon Kunik trying the dodge and being double teamed. No, not Kunik. Casey Realini. And the ball is picked up by Team Portugal with a maybe quick, a shot by a long pole.
Yeah,
Shot goes wide. It was shot by number 4, Michael Webster, Team Portugal.
Yeah, it started with a good defensive double team from Amorim and Webster there, and then a little behind the back, sets Webster going, shot just going a little bit high, but it's an opportunity for us to see Portugal's attack first off in this game.
If I'd be the coach, I'll be screaming it shouldn't be not a shot, but a real few passes, fast break. But it was his decision. The ball is still in Portugal sticks since the goal was backed up by one of the players. So it's now number 5, Noah Rosa, passing it to the wing, passing it to the back, to one of the Cruz brothers.
Yeah, I know he got a couple goals in the game against Scotland, so he'll be looking to hopefully get a few for Portugal today.
Michael Begg, passing it down to the wing. Michael Hawkins, one of the best scorers we've been talking about, passes it to William Childs, who shuts it by. The ball goes after it bounce higher above the goal. No problem, still backed up by the other Portuguese player. And Team Portugal is once again doing it patiently, protecting the ball in the sticks and doing some running game. Shot by number 5, Noah Rosa.
Yeah, it was great play there.
And a goal.
Starting out with Rosa, that little sweep over the top. He's just kicked it to the crease. I think Michael Hawkins is the one in there that's got the little shovel bit between the legs. I think it's interesting as the tournaments progress. Portugal are playing a lot better as a team up there, and it shows with that well-worked team goal. They're up 1-0 here.
It's great to see team improving even through the championships. Michael Hawkins is his 3rd year with the Team Portugal, but he's been playing lacrosse over 20 years. And the ball picked up another time after the draw by Team Switzerland. He's getting hit from behind, but clearly no violation of the rules.
Yeah, it was good ride from the 2 attackers, Hawkins and Cruz there for Portugal, and it gives a nice little pass out.
The ball is in the
Vela.
Thomas Vela stick, who's playing Pro Box Lacrosse, as we know from the trivia we got from his team manager. The ball is dropped down by Justin Cruz. Excuse me, my Portuguese. Michael Hawkins again with the ball, trying to dance with his defender, number 7. Number 37.
Pass inside to number 9 there, William Childs. Just gets away from him. Switzerland with the opportunity to clear it.
But as the odds before the game were, I think, on the Swiss side, now it's Portugal having the lead. And it's only the 2nd Team Switzerland attack. Number 25 with the ball, Louis Zeftel, also the best shooter of the team. He just brings the ball back behind the goal. And the Swiss team is preparing the positional attack. Ball pass to 37, Christopher Claessens. Once again, probably behind the goal.
Yeah, something that is very common across the games is they like to be patient with it, Switzerland.
And a shot by number 13, Till Schutze. Shot goes wide, but it was a nice, crispy shot.
Yeah, they like to work a lot off ball and get those looks. Almost get another one there, but some fantastic defence from Noah Rosa for Portugal. Scrappy ground ball, but Switzerland come back up with it.
Christopher Claessens will be probably not the playmaker. I think they're just looking for a short stick to have a better matchup while dodging. Yes. Aidan Niklaus is preparing himself for a dodge. He's gaining some space on the field. Pushing the ball behind the goal. Louis Zeftel again with the ball, and once again we're gonna probably have a dodge from the wing. Not a good pass, but it's picked up by Team Switzerland, pushed behind the goal. And another running play by Zeftel. Christopher Klaasens puts it behind the goal, and then once again dash from the wing. Now by number 9, Brandon Kunik, and a shot saved by the Portuguese goalie, number 13, Francisco Vasconcelos.
Yeah, another really patient attack for Switzerland there. They're working it to phase 4, 5, 6, really trying to tire out that Portuguese defence, but fantastic save in the end. Portugal will just slow things down on this clear.
Excuse me, that's my mistake. The goalie is, of course, number 12, Steven Kalisztu, who's now on a ball and preparing a clear for his team, Portugal.
Just a wayward pass there from Callisto. Ball goes all the way to the keeper down the other end, Jacob Thorne. He gives it away as well. Portugal finally get it up here with Michael Hawkins. They're still leading 1-0 due to his goal.
And the ball is in number 2, stick Michael Hawkins, as we said before, the best scorer of the Portuguese team.
A little bit of a wayward pass, but Vela recovers it for Portugal. Really taking the sting out of this game here, slowing it down in this heat that we have today. As Vela goes for this dodge down the alley, gets his hands free, looks for that pass.
Great pass, really great pass on the crease.
Justin Cruz, number 89, making that little cut on the back door. I mentioned he scored 2 against Scotland in similar fashion. He's big, he's physical, and he handles really well inside. It's a great take and a great finish off the assist from Thomas Vela.
And it's his 5th goal of the tournament, so we get another standing out offensive player. Great job, and as I told before, maybe we can be considering this a little surprise, since the Portugal takes an early lead with 2 goals. Maybe this could be the first time they have the winning game, but we'll see. That's only the first quarter. We've got a little bit more than 6 minutes left in this part of the game. And the ball is once again, after the draw, picked up by Team Switzerland. Goes back on the wing. And Team Switzerland is making patiently the changes on the field. Till Schutze with the ball.
Just seeing this Portuguese defence sitting really compact there, staying in quite tight. They know that Switzerland like to work it round the outside. Nice little shot there.
Great pass and a great shot by Aidan Niklaus. Now it's still Hawkins on the ball. Zeftel, excuse me. Thomas Gehring trying to dodge from behind the goal. Was it a push? Yes, it was an illegal push, so the flag is thrown down. There's going to be probably penalty for number 25, Max Rodman, Team Portugal.
Yeah, no, in the game yesterday against Scotland, Portugal conceded 3 goals, man down. They will have been reviewing that game film, and they'll hope that it's not a sign of things to come today.
So now we got man up for Team Switzerland. Nicely moving the ball around. Looking for a clear shot after some move from the defense. Behind the back pass, and it was an assist.
Yeah, so
great goal scored by one of the Swiss players. I think number 66. We have to check.
Yeah, it was great movement from Switzerland. Apologies, we're just double checking the scorer because our numbers are slightly off here, but
that's true.
They've just spread it really wide. There's not been much off-ball movement. They've just zipped it with a nice little speed and made that Portugal defence really move and try and keep with them. But in the end, a nice top corner finish from number 66.
David Bamert. It's number 66, David Bamert. Congratulations, David, for a great goal.
Yeah, fantastic finish, as we say.
But the assist 1 second before with behind the back pass, also kind of nice. Maybe we'll do the highlights of the day in our daily studio in the evening, just after the game of the day finishes, each day we start to make a big summary of what happened today during the matches of European Men's Lacrosse Championship here in Wrocław. And now the score is 2 Portugal, 1 Switzerland, and the timeout asked for by one of the teams.
Yeah, I think early signs. I think Switzerland have won all 4 face-offs here. Portugal have struggled throughout the tournament. They've tried to rely on several different players rotating through, not really getting in a groove. That could punish them as the game goes on. Obviously Switzerland just taking the time out to settle the nerves and hopefully get another goal to bring them back level this attack.
Yes, today in Wrocław is getting hot and hotter. So as you see, as you said, if Portugal will rely on few players, they can get easily worn out today in such a hot Monday afternoon, let's call it. So we're getting back to the action on the second field, Jan Rydzak's field here in Pola Marsowe. The ball will be on the Switzerland offensive side. The penalty has been released, so now we're playing 6v6. And a pass to Till Schutze, who starts his running play. Passes to Casey Realini, then back behind the goal to Zaftel. And once again to the top to Till Schutze, who's running once again, not trying to shoot, passes it behind the X, behind the goal, and Zaftel dances once around and passes it to Aidan Niklaus, who just drops the ball, but no problem, picks it up again.
Yeah, it was a good check there from Amarim, number 30.
Crispy outside shot by number 37, Christopher Klaasens, but it's getting easily stopped by Steven Kalisztu between the pipes of the Portuguese goal.
Yeah, they get it upfield quite quickly here, Portugal. A nice little outlet from the keeper to Max Rodman. They'll get it over, and it's Hawkins trying to start things here for Portugal.
Team Portugal just settled in, made their changes, substitutions, so the ball goes around the net to Michael Hawkins, the best scorer of the team. He's being defended by number 77, Matthias Friedrich. Runs it, passes it to the other side of the field to number 5, Noah Rosa. Michael back with the ball. Tries it, but the great slide by defense stops it on the restraining line. Once again, Michael Hawkins waits patiently for some off-ball movement of his team. Moves his opponent with a short stick. One split dodge and a shot, but the shot goes wide as the ball is still secured by one of the Portuguese players. Michael Beck stays wide.
Just get that pole back onto Hawkins here. They know he's the threat as he goes for another dodge. There's a nice pick there from Childs, but Hawkins
is still guarded, but now by a short stick, so he's trying to move on the other side of the field.
Takes a lot of heat, but he keeps the ball well as he kicks it into Childs, tries the behind the back, and that's blocked.
Great effort. If it went in, it will be probably on the highlight reel in the evening. But not. Shot by number 5, Noah Rosa. Also goes wide, but the ball is still in the white uniforms sticks.
Yeah, they've looked very active here, Portugal, in the opening quarter. There's about a minute and a half left. They'll hope that they can extend their lead going into the break.
Number 5, Childs shoots, but the ball is being stopped by Jakob Thorn, the Switzerland team goalie.
Yeah, Rosa comes back up with it. He now kicks it up to Childs. Pull it out.
The whole defense of Team Switzerland just collapsed in front of the goal, so everything was really getting hot in just the front of the goal. But now Portugal is taking the space, and a shot and a goal by number 0, Thomas Vela.
Yeah, it was a really good dodge from up top. He directed traffic as he's got to exactly where he wants it. He's driven down well, and a little twister with his left hand stuck that ball in the bottom corner past Jacob Thorne. He's extended the lead to 3-1 here with just over 30 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Thomas Vela is playing lacrosse for 18 years and have been also playing some ice hockey. His first time with the national team here, but also plays, as we said before, pro box lacrosse. Maybe that's his power to put this little twister on the right side of the goal. And we have another face-off. Probably will be also won by Team Switzerland, who are now better on the draws. And yes, it is. Ball is being picked up by one of the...
The ball's down there. Hawkins yet again riding well as soon as he's released. He picks it back up. There's about 10 seconds left. He's going to push it now. Gets his hands free. Big shot, but it's an easy stop for Jacob Thorne. And that is all we've got for this first quarter. Score is 3-1 to Portugal. It's been an interesting matchup so far.
Yes, very interesting, because if I should put my money before the game, I would probably say Team Switzerland will be the favorite ones. But as we can see now, there's a 2-goal lead by Team Portugal, who are, to be honest, I think more often on their attacking side. So I think during the more time of the game, Team Switzerland were defending their own goal. So let's see what happens next.
Definitely. I think it's a difficult one for Switzerland. Coming off a tough game against Israel yesterday, they looked to be very much in it in that first half. I think it was 4-2 at half-time, but the game got away from them and they didn't even score a goal in that second half. So they'll really want to get things clicking going into this second quarter, because if that goal drought continues, Portugal, with the talent they've got up top, can really start to punish them.
Yeah, if we look at the scoreboards from the previous games, like in example, Portugal lost to Norway only by 1 goal, 8-9, so it had to be a very close game. Maybe it's just that Team Portugal, as you said before, just getting used to play with each other and being better and better from one game to another. Hopefully it will capitalize in the next games of the next stage of our games after the pool plays. We'll see. I think now they're only concentrated on the next period of the game between Switzerland and Portugal here in Wrocław. We're getting back after the short break. We could be also expecting for today some water breaks during the games, before it's, as we told before, getting harder and harder. So if the referees decide, we will be having also another stoppage time inside the periods, just to have everybody hydrated properly.
Switzerland 100% on the face-off so far in this game. They'll be hoping that that can convert into more goals. It's definitely a good stat to have on your side.
Yeah, it's one of the key factors that maybe not...
I maybe
so
jinxed them there a little bit, but nice pick-up from Rosa. That's Portugal's first face-off win. Just calms things down as they get the right personnel on.
Max Rodman passes the ball to Michael Begg. Both in Portugal. Noah Rosa. Back to Begg. And they're also substituting the players. Thomas Vela. Back to Begg. Childs. And it's Noah Rosa who will be running the offense. For now, passes to Vela. And he shoots. He aimed for this top corner, but Jacob Thorne was in the right place in the right time and stops the shot, deflects it, but the ball is still Team White. And a shot by number 2, Michael Hawkins.
Yeah, nice little move from him to get his hands free on the turn, but just pulled it a little bit too much to the near side, hits the side netting, but Vela.
Very sharp angle. Vela is trying to outrun his opponent, Brandon Kunik. A great pass to Michael Hawkins, who just tried to put it inside the goal from another sharp angle on the other side, but Jacob Thorne was another time perfectly positioned and stopped the ball.
Another successful clear here for the Swiss. They'll get their first attack of the quarter.
And the Swiss player just runs through his opponent, but the angle was bad, so he passes it to number 3, Casey Realini. Now Jeremy Kornus. And Till Schutze with the ball, waiting for all of his opponent to substitute, of his friends to substitute. Nice ball movement. And a shot and a running play by Casey Realini, who puts the ball into the back of the net of Team Portugal. So we've got now only 1 goal lead for Team Portugal. Great ball movement and a great kind of a hitch, I would call it, by Casey Realini, who just lost his opponent, had his hands free and just perfectly puts the ball down of the goal. And that's all.
Yeah, it was a nice little move. Again, being really patient with it, spinning it around the outside, and as soon as he caught that ball, Casey Realini, he, as you say, threw the hitch, got his defender to freeze, and then it's a nice little finish, sticking it in that bottom corner. Narrows the lead for Portugal down to 1.
And another face-off won by Team Switzerland. Frederick Pflug picked up the ball and passed it to Casey Realini, the last goal author. Time for substitution, and the ball passed through Kai Biedermann to the wing, to Christopher Claessens. And still Team Switzerland will work the ball around the goal to find a good matchup probably. Still the long sticks, so now it's getting back to Claessens so he can try to run through his opponent with the shot stick. Ball movement to the X, to the other wing, and up there for another dodge from Thomas Gering.
It's unlucky. It was a nice little underarm pass there, and he's just turned the corner, put it wide, and unfortunately, as he's run out from being behind goal, Portugal the closest to recover that shot.
Yeah, Switzerland had then no one to back up the shot, so yeah, the ball has been given to Team Portugal. Now it's in the goalie stick, number 12, Steven Kalishtu doing the clear. And one long pass straight to the stick of Noah Rosa. And the ball is clearly passed to the other side of the field. 21, Michael Beck, Team Portugal, to Hawkins, Vela, and the ball is being also passed around to set up the things on the field just for other play with the Dutch. Number 21, Michael Beck, runs, shoots, and it's being stopped by Jacob Thorne, number 1, Switzerland goalie.
Yeah, he's made a lot of big saves so far in this half. He's a big keeper that fills the goal well. His team turn it over there.
Matthias Friedrich unfortunately loses the ball in his long pole, and the ball goes wide. Michael Hawkins on the ball. Brandon Kunig will probably pass it to the other side, or not. Noah Rosa. Passes it to Vela. Vela behind the goal. Once round the goal. And there's the short stick against. No, they won't try this option, or will. Michael Hawkins is running against his long pole, but ball gets stuck somewhere inside. Was picked up by Team Portugal, but the shot goes wide. It's gonna be a penalty for slashing against one of the Swiss players.
Yeah,
Number 44, Team Switzerland, Andreas Andy Knechtle will serve the penalty. So we've got another man-up situation for Team Portugal. Working the ball near the straining line. And the shot by Noah Rosa, number 5, shot goes in, so the lead is made a little bit bigger for 2 goals. Now the score is Portugal 4, Switzerland 2.
Yeah, you just see a couple cuts to start that man-up play there. 2 of the midfielders cutting into the crease. It just draws the attention of that low defender in the back right of the zone. Just gives Noah Rosa the space to step into and just bounce that shot past the keeper. Of course, the penalty was a slash. It was a personal foul, so
it's not released yet. And an illegal procedure holding during the face-off, so the ball goes wide again. Team Portugal will have another opportunity to attack. Now the penalty is released, so the teams are even, but still ball stays with Team Portugal.
I think they've looked a lot more comfortable in the game today, Portugal, than they have in maybe some of their earlier games. They're clearly clicking a lot more and very relaxed, happy to take that time and just work off ball for the right option. That's why they're in the lead at the moment.
Rosa and Hawkins exchanging the ball. Pass to Vela. Nice little moves. But the pass struck directly into Brandon Skunik. Long ball. And the ball goes red. Quick clear done by one pass, and now the ball is on the offensive side of the field for Team Switzerland. Pass to number 15, Aidan Niklaus. And behind the goal, just a few seconds after the clear. Giving a time to substitute for Team Switzerland. Ricardo Amor, Kai Biederman. Then ball ends up with Casey Realini. And a nice shot by Aidan Niklaus. Hits the post of the goal guarded by Steven Kalishtu.
Yeah, it was a nice little pick and roll move. He set the pick, rolled under, got his hands free as he caught it, but as you say, just off the pipe.
Another shot by Team Switzerland, number 25, Louis Zeftel. The best scorer in Team Switzerland goes wide. But the ball was backed up, so another opportunity to score for Team Switzerland, number 3, Casey Realini. Passes it to Aidan Niklaus.
Yeah, he's given all the time in the world at the back there, Casey Realini. He just slows it right down, waits for his players to make cuts. What a little pass that was, and a fantastic finish. As you say, a little behind the back number.
Aidan Niklaus, I think that's another goal that can make a highlight for today. Great, sweet laser pass and a behind the back or around the world shot with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter before the halftime, and the score is once again just 1 goal difference with Switzerland 3, Portugal 4. That's getting interesting.
It is indeed. We know how well this Switzerland team can create goals. They're really patient with it. None of their games have been particularly high scoring, but it doesn't mean that they've not had lots of chances. And you can see it there. It's again the second, third phase, and it's worked well. And if they keep winning face-offs, they're going to have more looks like that.
Yeah, I like this nice passes from behind the goal to the player cutting towards the cage. That's what we have seen now in the goal by Aidan Niklaus from Team Switzerland. Lovely job from the whole team. Who's been just... Okay, so we're having now the water break, yes, or will be? Yes, hydration breaks, yes, we got confirmed from the referees. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now we know that the temperatures are high enough in Wrocław, so the referees will be doing the water breaks to have everybody staying hydrated.
Certainly, it looks, looking down the line, that the fans are staying hydrating as well. Nice selection of beers on here, and certainly enjoying the sunshine and some great lacrosse, which is good to see.
We're just having typical Polish summer. Everybody's staying hydrated.
Of course, we're going back out for a face-off now. it's, of course, Dano Riolini for the Swiss team, who's been very dominant on this face-off so far.
With the help of his long poles also,
Of
who've
course.
been picking up the balls just straight after the face-off whistle. We'll see how it goes and which way in a second. Fortunately, it's getting a little bit windy. And a fight for a ground ball, won by Team Portugal. Noah Rosa.
Noah Rose has done really well there, and he's evaded the pressure to get it up the field for his team as well.
He just moves to the offensive side of the field for his team and gives up some time for his friends, teammates to substitute. Buy some time. There's less than 5 minutes left until the halftime. Rosa still on the ball. His opponent is a short stick. There was a little kind of a peek, but didn't use it. And a shot. He didn't need it. He didn't need those peaks. He just turns around, shoots it high, and beats Jakob Thorn from Team Switzerland, making it 2-goal lead, 5-3 in favor of Team Portugal.
Fantastic. Noah Rosa with the bright boots on there. You don't need to see them to know that he's on the field. I think that's his second goal. He got one assist as well. He's looked very sharp. He's been a big player so far for Portugal.
Noah Rosa playing lacrosse for 15 years and now is his third year for Team Portugal.
Great fight from the Portuguese player after losing the face. And they
But the
come
ball,
up
yeah. It goes picked up by Team Portugal once again.
Oh,
Oh, great physical play.
Yeah, William Childs just getting stripped there.
Do we have a
We've got
timeout?
a penalty there for the attacker, Casey Riolini. He's been deemed a slash on that ride. Thought he's very unfortunate. He did really well to try and get the ball back for his team, but Portugal have another man-up opportunity with about 3.5 left in this first half.
Let's get back to the game, but...
Oh, they've got another flag.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got withholding. Obviously, William Childs lost his stick there. His stick covered the ball. With it being two simultaneous fouls, that wouldn't normally be a penalty. But when it's simultaneous, that has to be served as well. So that's going to be a 30-second technical. Portugal are going to be given the ball, I believe. But they'll be given the ball because their penalty is worth less in terms of time. But we are going to be all even here. Good call from the officials, and they talked it up well. I think that is the right decision.
Well explained to the players and coaches too. That's great.
And because there was fouls both sides, it's not a free clear. Starting back where the offence happened.
Ball pass to goalie Steven Karistu.
He gets it up to Noah Rosa,
who tries just to run through the defense of Team Switzerland. And there's a timeout by Team Portugal.
Yeah, good call. Be interesting to see how they play this. Obviously, their penalty was only 30 seconds. I think we're about 10-15 seconds into that penalty. It'd be interesting if they push it on that 5-on-5 or if they wait and kill the clock so that they can attack for the full 30 seconds of man up that they will have.
So let's give some time for the coaches and teams to decide what is going to be played in next few minutes of the game. We've got less than, as far as I can see, 4 minutes, just 3 minutes and 15 seconds until the halftime in one of the last games in the pool play. We're just having today many games, but we're gonna finish the pool plays today, and since tomorrow our European Men's Lacrosse Championship are moving to the placement games and the play-in games and all of the games that will be deciding who takes which place during the tournament for 24 teams being hosted by the Polish Polish Federation of Lacrosse here in Wrocław, the, I think I can say it, European capital of lacrosse since few years. Last year the U20s, a few years ago the European qualifiers to the Worlds, and hopefully next years we'll also be having some kind of lacrosse on the international stage here in Wrocław.
Of course, it's interesting. We've got a few of the Scottish national team players walking behind us here. They'll be interested in this
Hello
result.
guys.
Obviously, they took a tough loss to Switzerland, but seeing Portugal in the lead here, there's still potential for them to finish second in the group if goal difference goes their way. Should Portugal come out on top.
So the ball is passed around the restraining line, now passed down to the wing. Cross crease to the other side, and a shot by Thomas Vela, blocked by one of the Switzerland defenders.
Yeah, they've looked good so far, this man-up set for Portugal.
Hawkins to Rosa, who just goes past by his defender, but Jacob Thorne stops the ball, I think, with his head and helmet. Great job.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice little move as the penalty's getting released now, so we're all even in terms of players on the field. Rosa, who's been influential so far, goes to attack again. Rolls down, gets his hands free, big shot, draws the flag, the shot goes wide. We've got a slash yet again on number 27 for Switzerland, Stefan Zweifel.
Stefan Zweifel, yes, I think that's the guy who's also coaching the Swiss Sixes team and the president of the Lacrosse Club Basel.
It's great to see a player so influential in the growth of the game in Europe, getting his opportunity on the big stage.
And another man-up opportunity for Team Portugal. Michael Hawkins looking for a pass, one pass, second pass, and a shot by Noah Rosa.
That's unfortunate. It was another massive shot and massive save there from Jacob Thorne. The ball bobbled out to, I think it was Justin Cruz that picked it up. That's his second of the game. I said earlier, he is shifty inside and he's got great handles. He's shown it there with a nice ground ball and a fantastic finish to extend his team's lead.
Let's check who was the latest goal scorer. We have to look into the protocols. Yes, you were right. Justin Cruz making it 6-3 for Team Portugal. Great job.
Great check there. He's a very good, aggressive long stick midfielder, Webster, and although his team lost the face, he got it back for them.
Max Rodman takes the ball up the field and just passed to Thomas Vela, who's securing the ball inside the corner, but
we've got a timeout. There's 20 seconds left in this quarter. They want to make sure that they work another opportunity and hopefully extend their lead going into the break. They've looked very sharp here today, Portugal. As I've mentioned a couple of times, clearly just finding that groove with each other, and it's, I'd say, very attractive lacrosse to watch, that's for sure.
So for your team, for your Scotland national team, which team should win, so you could get out of the
so I think if Switzerland win, then Scotland will be hoping that other results in other groups go their way, so they can be one of the top two third-place teams, which will progress to that playoff stage. But if the scoreline stays as it is and Portugal get the win, there is a chance on goal difference, I believe, that they'll finish above Switzerland, who obviously had a shock win against Scotland in the opening game. At which point Scotland will automatically go through in that second place spot to a playoff game tomorrow. So I'm sure the coaches will be eagerly watching back at the hotel, probably staying out of the sun.
Yeah, that's a good idea for today. But the best idea is to come to Pola Marsowa and watch the games live. So remember,
of course,
we're always welcoming you.
Yeah, there's some big games on later today. I know. I think the Greek team who put up a big fight last night against France have got their final group game. They're definitely a really strong team to watch. So
Also, the game between England and Finland today should be nice and interesting. Let's see. Now it's just a
nice little
running play from Rosa.
Hawkins getting the double, drops the ball. He's getting a call out on time from his bench, gets his hands free, and another big stop there from Jacob Thorne. We'll see the score finish 6-3 at the end of this first half.
Great job, but Hawkins was struggling against two long poles, and despite that he found his hands clear enough, free enough to put a shot on the goal. Great job from Jacob Thorne stopping this ball, and now we can go into the halftime with the score: Portugal 6, Switzerland 3.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
And we're back to the game between Team Switzerland and Team Portugal, with maybe a little bit unexpected lead of Team Portugal with 3-goal distance up to Team Switzerland, but the game is still open. We've got only 3-goal differential and next half an hour of play here during the European Men's Lacrosse Championships, and another face-off. Will it be another win for Team Switzerland, or the ball goes out of bounds and it's awarded to Team Switzerland?
Yeah, I think a little bit of breakdown in communication. I think Michael Webster, he fought well to get in front of his defender, thought it was kicked, but the referee thought otherwise. Ball comes out for Switzerland.
Yeah, Webster didn't try to put out to pick up the ball, being sure that it was last touch from Team Switzerland, but it wasn't. So now the Swiss guys have ball in their pockets. Will they capitalize? Now number 15, Aidan Niklaus, passed behind the goal. Up to Casey, Realini, Til Schütze. Ball has been dropped, but picked up once again by Team Switzerland.
Yeah, done well to keep it in there. Great communication on the man ball, and team get another opportunity to attack here.
Aidan Niklaus is trying to find a guy, and he found him. Number 66, David Bammert, with another goal for him in today's game, cutting the lead just to 2 goals between Team Switzerland and Portugal. Great job for both of guys, Niklaus and Bammert.
Yeah, it started with that nice hustle play, as we said, backside from Niklaus to keep the ball in. He was just impatient with it and just waited for that cut from Bammert. A great little finish inside. It's worth noting, we did get told at half-time, apparently it goes to head-to-head in the group before it goes to goal difference, so Switzerland are going to finish second regardless of this result, but they'll definitely want to come out of the group with another win to give them confidence going into those knockout games tomorrow.
Another scoring opportunity for Team Switzerland, since they've won the face-off and are working the ball around the goal. Just making sure that everybody is substituted. Aidan Niklaus once again on the ball. Til Schütze going down the field. He's facing a short stick, so he's gonna probably do some dodging magic. The ball passed to the X. Not a fit, just going up the hash, number 66, David Bammert, and shot blocked by Steven Kalishtu. Another shot by Team Switzerland. Casey Realini, and the shot is being stopped by Steven Kalishtu.
Two big back-to-back stops from Callisto there. He gets the opportunity to get the ball up the field for his team's first attack this half. A really solid ride from Switzerland's making that difficult. Does get it up in the end.
Yeah, but Portugal managed to use the one quick pass and the running a little bit to clear the ball to the other side of the field. Now it's going to be their turn to try to score. Thomas Vela with the ball. Passed up the field. Michael Beck passes it down to the wing to Michael Hawkins. Back to Michael Beck. Noah Rosa, one of the best goal scorers for today for Team Portugal. Skip pass to the wing, deep down to Vela. Rosa. And Michael Beck is trying to score, and a great shot, and even better stop by Jacob Thorne.
Yeah, he's been massive in the goal today for Switzerland. It's another well-worked individual effort from Beck. It's a great ride there, though, from Hawkins. Switzerland looking like they might come up with it again, though. They do that now.
Aiden Niklaus trying to make clear, then losing the ball, then fighting for it and picking up another time. So great effort from this player from Team Switzerland. Ball's being passed down to Thomas Gering. On the other side of the field, substitutions time for Team Switzerland, and the ball goes back to Till Schütze, who's facing a long pole. So there's going to be a little pick and roll action. And a shot and a goal! Beautifully exploited. Till Schütze, number 13, used the speed by his teammate and puts the ball back into the net.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of breakdown in communication on the pick from the Portuguese defence. Fantastic, solid pick from Aiden Niklaus. He drives, and then Schutz is allowed to just drive over the top on that dominant left hand, gets to the middle of the field, puts a bouncer past the goalie.
So the score is now Switzerland 5, Portugal 6. I think that's a bit of what we've been talking about. Players from Portugal getting very tired.
Definitely.
Because there's definitely few of them playing mostly on the field. But we'll see. We've got still 15 minutes of the fourth quarter and a half of the third one period of the game. Rosa and Hawkins exchanging the passes. Ball goes down to, I think, Vela. William Childs on the ball. Passing back to Vela and to Justin Cruz, one of the goal scorers of today. Ball goes up, and even if Rosa is facing a long pole, he's gonna probably try to run him out. Or just find his teammate for a pass, and a great pass to Justin Cruz, but shot has been stopped by Jacob Thorne in the goal of Team Switzerland.
Yeah, and then a little rebound attempt from Cruz again with a one-handed ground ball, flicks it against the post. One of his teammates falls in the crease. So Switzerland managed to get the ball up straight away from this clear. They'll look to break things level.
Yeah. And ball goes the other way to Team Switzerland. Louis Zeftel on the goal, on the ball. Louis Zeftel, who's been also participating for Team Switzerland in the World Championships 2023 in San Diego. Oh, and a beautiful individual play from Louis Zeftel. We've been talking about, just attacked the goal from behind, got his hands free, 3 or 4 meters in front of the goal, shot hard into the top corner and beats Steven Calixto, the Portuguese goalkeeper, and equalizes the score with 6-6 with a little bit more than 7 minutes left in the third quarter of the game. And it's what you've said before, Team Portugal is clearly getting tired, not having many players to play on the field. And
indeed, I think we saw some of their best lacrosse in that sort of late first, second quarter, best lacrosse this tournament, but the way they've been playing, that run and gun style does get tiring on your legs, and the way that Switzerland get that defence moving gets really the defenders having to work hard to keep up with them, and I think the pace is dropping a little bit for Portugal, but fair play to Switzerland. Whatever was said at half time clearly worked. They've ramped it up, they've continued to dominate on the face, and when they've had it, they've been patient but also direct. Some fantastic goals. That last one just turning the corner really well, sticking at the top corner.
But as far as I remember, in this game we have like more than clearly mostly the teams, both teams are playing the positional plays, not rushing up. We're not having many up and down situations, not many clear fast breaks. Maybe once when the ball was shot by Team Portugal, but now the pace of the game is like respecting the clock. Teams are respecting the ball, having it patiently, trying to work it properly, to dodge, to find an open man with free hands. Great example of lacrosse being played wisely. And an illegal procedure from Team Switzerland, which means the Portugal.
Yeah, just went a bit early there. Riolini on the face. Hawkins just slowing things down so we can get the right players around him for this Portuguese attack.
Ball goes to Michael Hawkins and then down to Rosa. Rosa exchanges the ball with Krush, Justin Krush. And once again in Hawkins' stick. Once again he's facing the long pole. But now after the switch he's playing against the shorty. So maybe that's the moment for Hawkins to try to do some little offensive magic. And he tries a shot that's being deflected by one of the Portuguese players, it turned out, because the ball goes red.
Yeah, great hustle from the both defenders there for Switzerland to chase down that shot and
Secure DTS for Team Switzerland by being the closest one to the line. And a long pass to the other pole. Oh! Unfortunately, haven't been caught by Budmiga.
It's Vela, and he might have drawn a flag there as well. There wasn't one,
Ah!
but calm as you like. He's driven in, no one's slid to him. He's had the opportunity, he's thrown 3 or 4 fakes there, and finally Jacob Thorne's bitten on one, and he's just took an extra step and put it round him.
So another goal for today for Team Portugal by Thomas Vela, and regaining their lead, Team Portugal, with the score 7-6.
Yeah, it was just great to see Jacob Thorne trying to rally Alexander Budmeijer there after he turned over possession. He was just beating himself up a little bit, so great work from Thorne to get his player back in the game and telling him to go again.
Ball picked up by Team Portugal, Noah Rosa. And there will be another scoring opportunity for the Portuguese team. Wise defense from Team Switzerland, still having a long ball on Michael Hawkins, knowing his abilities to score. Michael back with the ball. Thomas Vela once again, passes to Bag, back to Hawkins. Yes, and Bag has got an opponent with a shorty, but doesn't want to do it. Thomas Vela is playing against his long stick defender, giving it back. Not giving it back, now giving it back to Bag. Who's just running through his players, but not willing to shoot, passes it behind the goal to Hawkins, which tries to score the goal, but the ball goes wide, but not out of bounds, so they're playing, and it went out of the bounds, doesn't matter, still in Portuguese sticks. Thomas Vela to Hawkins. And a shot by Michael Hawkins goes wide, backed up by Cruz.
He's got a really dangerous split dodge, Hawkins. The way he can shift his weight, puts everything to one side and then explodes out with a burst of pace. Almost punishes Switzerland there, but shot just goes wide.
He's very good at going to the goal and in running through his opponents, but still missing these shots a little bit. But since we've got Portuguese guy on the X, it's still okay. And Hawkins, great interception. And a bad pass intercepted by Jacob Thorne. Now it can be an opportunity for the fast break for Team Switzerland. But a very good play by Thomas Vela in the defense. And there's going to be a penalty for holding. Thomas Vela is getting punished for holding, and he's going to serve in a penalty box.
Yeah, they need to look at who they've got on the field here. Oh no, they do have Begg far side, apologies. I was just about to say it looked like they were going to restart with not enough in the attacking half, but Switzerland, opportunity to run their man up here and hopefully bring things back level.
Less than 2 minutes left in this third quarter, and a great opportunity for Team Switzerland. They're just playing the ball around, looking for a moment when the defensive movement is late. But the ball got intercepted by Team Portugal, and it's just been cleared.
Yeah, and we have the penalty released as well. So they're back to full strength. Vela returning to the field. Oh, not very good pass there, and the keeper's out.
Oh, what a great effort from number 20, Austin Kolish, Team Portugal, who just stopped the shot, and another time in the other way it goes back with Aidan Niklaus.
And we have
And a timeout for Team Switzerland. What a nice sequence of defensemen stopping the shots with the sticks we had now. One way and another pass stopped by Aidan Niklaus, preventing the fast break in the other way. Great job, defensive guys.
Yes.
So we have a timeout with only 1 minute, just 60 seconds left in this third quarter of the game, with Portugal with a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, Switzerland winning this quarter 3-1 as things stand. They get an opportunity to level the game and extend their lead in the second half to 4-1. I think they rallied the troops well after half time, and they'll definitely fancy themselves going into that last quarter.
The game is still open, since we know that 1-goal lead is nothing in lacrosse. And we have more than 15 minutes of play during this matchup. Team Portugal still struggling to find their first win of the tournament, but as you said before, they're getting better and better, so maybe in the next stages of the games they will be more effective, but since for now they're leading the game with 1 goal. Ball behind the Portuguese goal is being worked around. Schütze trying to push the things going on in the offensive end.
Something going on off ball there, but Swiss player gets back to his feet. Just under 30 seconds.
David Bammert taking the ball behind the goal with his opponent with a short stick, William Childs. Pass to number 13, Till Schütze, and a blocked shot backed up by one of the Swiss players, so the ball is still in red with 11 seconds on the clock. Shot by Louis Zeftel, goes wide, 5 seconds to score for Team Switzerland.
Nice little defensive set for Portugal at the end. Switzerland worked a few good shots, but couldn't get them on target, and Portugal will go into that last quarter with a 1-goal lead.
That's another example of the close game with a similar level of lacrosse from both sides, and that's what we love here at the Euros 2025 in Wrocław.
Certainly, I think this tournament has been very much a learning opportunity for this Portuguese side. I know having a chat with a few of their family and friends, I think some of them have never actually played tennis-side lacrosse leading into this. Portugal really developing the game largely through 6-a-side. Obviously, that's the format we're going to see in the Olympics. They have a league going now, 4-6-a-side, and they host a few tournaments in that format of the game. So it's good for a few players who've shone and really developed in sixes to be able to be given the opportunity to represent the national team in 10-a-side as well. So I think this game's definitely been a step in the right direction for their programme. As we've said a few times, really come on as the tournament's developed.
But let's also give a big shout out to Team Bulgaria, who's also learning lacrosse doing our tournament, and they've had the first goal of the tournament yesterday, and they've scored 3 goals today, so great job, guys.
It's fantastic to see. You know, there was big celebrations from every nation when they scored their first, and it's just a sign of the growing sport across Europe, which is fantastic. Getting started here for the final quarter. 7-6 to Portugal, the current score. Switzerland do come up with a face, but yet again, great hustle from Michael Hawkins. Loose ball push given. Switzerland get the ball back.
And they're pushing the ball down, behind the goal probably, trying to find an scoring opportunity. Ball pass to Casey Realini, to Niklaus, Schütze, and now Christopher Klaasens passes it once again behind the goal, where Niklaus will be probably trying to... No, it's Seftel. And a good opportunity, saved shot by Steven Kalishtu.
Yeah. Not
Something
too sure what's happened there.
But the ball goes white, that's all we know. Red, excuse me. The ball will be given to Team Switzerland. The referees are explaining what happened.
Yeah, we've got head ref James Hawksworth here. Just explaining things to
Portuguese and Swiss players now.
Always love to see that. Just talking things through to stop any heated debates. Just keep that control.
So once again, Til Schütze on the ball. Passes behind the goal. And the ball goes dropped by Casey Realini and picked up by the Portuguese players, who are now doing a fast clear to the other side of the field. Max Rodman pushing the goal up, and a pass to the long pole. Michael Webster, who is being defended well, and an unsportsmanlike conduct probably.
It's a cheap penalty to give away from Michael Webster there. He's just seen his opponent stick on the floor and just kicked it away.
Let's see what will be decided by the refs.
I think it was looking like it was going to be just a change of possession for play without your stick. Indeed, I think they were deliberating whether it was going to be simultaneous, but because the drop stick happened first, that's
so we can see Michael Webster on the penalty, in the penalty box of Team Portugal, and a great opportunity to score for Team Switzerland, since they're now man up with less than 30 minutes left in the game. So they're working the ball around the net.
good movement off ball. Well worked shot, but it just goes wide of the mark. Casey Rialini bringing it back in for the Swiss.
Yes, shot by Louis Zeftel, and yes, now it's Realini giving the ball to Niklaus. Excuse me, to Niklaus, to Schutzer. And another shot goes wide.
And the penalty is released.
Niklaus has been shooting, and now we're playing even. Casey Realini to Niklaus to Schütze. And the Zeftel will try to outsmart his opponent with a little pick and roll action. Strong shot by Louis Zeftel. Goes over the net, but the ball stays red.
Nice little screen there.
Thomas getting, with the ball. Trying to use the screen, but the ball is just getting passed upfield. And Aidan Niklaus will try to work some go out. Ball being passed around.
That's aggressive defense there.
Thomas Getting has decided just to pass the ball down. Another low shot by number 15, Aidan Niklaus. Once again goes wide. After the game, it's going to be worth looking the statistics of the shots wide.
Certainly.
I think there were many of them.
Certainly. That being said, the keeper Callisto for Portugal has definitely made quite a few saves as well. Nice little move. And there's
And
another
a great
save.
shot, yes, by Casey Realini. An incredible save by Stephen Kalisto.
We've got a flag, I think, for interference.
And the technical foul of half a minute for one of the Swiss players. Ball goes white.
Within 10 minutes left in this game, yet to see a goal in this quarter. Portugal hoping to get things going today. They've had a couple of man-up goals already.
So we're meeting all of our old friends from Team Portugal now on the field. There's William Childs passing it to Hawkins. Hawkins down to Rosa, and now the ball is back on the other side in Pedro Nunes, number 11.
Nice little move from Hawkins, kicks it down. That's Vela.
Vela, yeah. Kicks back to Noah Rosa, who once again shows his name on the scoreboard with a beautiful goal, making it a two-goal lead against Team Switzerland. Beautiful pass from Vela and a beautiful goal from Rosa.
Yeah, he's been lights out today, Noah Rosa. I think that's his third. He's had one or two assists. He's been active, but it's a well-worked little skip through, as you say, from Vela. And that bouncer just going above the keeper. Fantastic goal from Portugal. Penalty now released, so we're all even on this face-off.
So let's see.
Ball's going red after an illegal procedure.
Yes, you were right. It was the third goal of Noah Rosa in this game.
He really has stepped up well today. Just wonder if they're going to start pushing the tempo a little bit, the Swiss. We've often commented on how they like to be patient, but 2 goals down, just under 8 on the clock. They do that there, it's fantastic. Just driven from behind really well. Just trying to 2-5, I think that was. Louis Seftel. He's just he's been patient, got to the angle he wants to dodge at, and then really turned on the jets. Driven above goal with his left hand, turned that corner well, picked out that far pipe.
So just when the Team Portugal regained the 2-goal difference, Team Swiss made it to just 1 goal.
Just a little bit of advice from the officials on why that was an illegal procedure on the last face. It's nice to see the officials explaining the rules to stop any confusion going forward. Just have a little hydration break, as we say. The temperatures here, just want to make sure that no players get any heat stroke or protect the welfare of them, because this sun is quite warm. Just on the field one in front of us, we just see England warming up for their last game in the group. See a hard-fought win yesterday against Team Latvia. Came out on top. They're obviously trying to defend their European Championship title that they gained in 2016.
And they'll still be favorites in the books, yeah? And to regain, or rather to stick with the trophy this time.
Certainly.
We'll see.
There is quite a few teams that look strong though. Team Italy,
Italy,
Team
Germany,
Ireland,
yes.
Germany, Israel, of course, and that Latvian team were missing a big player yesterday in Blumberg, so they could be a different look later on in the tournament.
And a fast break by Team Portugal, scoring opportunity for Justin Cruz, but the ball was stopped by Jacob Thorne, and we're going the other way. Ball dropped, but before that, Team Switzerland asked for the timeout. Very wisely done. So now the Team Red will stay with the ball, as we have 7.5 minutes, which means we've got the second half of the last quarter, with the score 7-8 in favor of Team Portugal.
Yeah, we had another big save from Jacob Thorne just before, off that fast break on the face-off. Justin Cruz, who's had a couple today, just hitting the chest pad of Jacob Thorne. He's obviously cleared the ball for this Swiss timeout.
We know that this game score shouldn't change anything in the table, but we'll see if the Team Switzerland will be willing to risk more to gain the opportunity to equalize and maybe win this game. They've still got plenty of time with more than 7 minutes left, but we will see if they will try to, an example, double with their goalie, double team with their goalie. Let's just give them some time.
Certainly, I think it's a good opportunity for them going into the later stages to really try out a few sets. It's been a tougher game than they would have liked against this Portuguese side, who's put up a massive fight and obviously hold the lead. Switzerland will be looking at that knockout tomorrow and thinking this is a good test for them to try and get to the quarter-final on Wednesday and to try and solidify their top 7 spots so they qualify for Japan World Championships in 2027.
We've been asked by Jan Rydzak, the patron of this field, to explain the rules in the evening day summary, explain the rules of who's gonna play with who and how it will be done. So yes, we're gonna talk about the upcoming schedules too, but it's after the game of the day. Now we're concentrating here on the Portugal versus Switzerland game. The bad pass from the Swiss side, and the ball goes wide and will be white in the next few seconds.
They won't be in any rush here, Portugal. Obviously with that 1-goal lead, they'll just take their time. Swiss just pressing out a little bit on goalkeeper Callisto there. And it's Amorim getting the ball up for his team. Gets it down the line, it's just a bit wayward.
Another bad pass, this time from the Portugal side. And it gets picked up by Brandon Kunik, Team Switzerland. pass to one of the most active players from Switzerland side, Aidan Niklaus, who just crosses the midline and passes the ball up the field. Casey Realini passes it to the other side of the field. And now running action from behind it. Oh, what a classy equalizer by Aidan Niklaus. We've been just talking about him, that he's one of the most active players, and a beautiful assist from Louis Zeftel to Aidan Niklaus, who behind the back pushes the ball inside the Portuguese cage.
Certainly, they've had a couple of similar goals today. The Swiss getting that ball through X and just letting their midfielders make big cuts as defenders turning heads. And it's a great little look inside from Seftel. And as you said, Aidan Niklaus with a nice, tidy behind-the-back finish to bring his team level here.
So we've got less than 5 minutes and the equal score on both sides of the scoreboard. Clock is stopped. Maybe we're gonna need some.
So the referee's timeout. I think he's just gone down holding his head.
Yeah.
Michael Hawkins.
Yeah, so we've got
Wonder if we're gonna have
situation, I think, cleared out. The referees are discussing if there should be any penalties. They're asking Hawkins to back out.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We've seen it in every game so far for Portugal. That switch for Michael Hawkins from that attack to the midfield. He's a very active player for them and a key figure. And as games get closer to the end, he loves to come in for the face-off and scrap for that ground ball. He's put his body on the line there, and his team come up with it. Deemed loose ball, so no send-off for the Swiss, but of course Hawkins taking a hit to the head, being asked to leave the field. He comes back on now to get things going for his team.
And he's starting the offensive play, just patiently now passing around by Team Portugal. Thomas Vela upfield to Pedro Nunes. Michael Hawkins, who once again doesn't care if it's long or short stick. He's gonna try to dodge. He got doubled by, no, it was just regular slide, but he's struggling against the long stick now, trying to find one of his teammates to pass. But the off-ball movement isn't satisfying Michael enough to. So he decided to do it by himself, shoots the ball.
Yeah.
It's another goal, but the ball stays wide.
I wonder if there was just a bit of a chip on his shoulder there after getting creamed on the face-off. I think he wanted to try and prove a point that big hit like that doesn't faze him. His team get it back after that shot.
Vela passes the ball to his teammate number 5, Noah Rosa, who drops the ball but picks it up again. And he just runs into his opponent and scores another goal. It would be the 4th goal of Noah Rosa in today's game, and he takes his team to the lead by scoring the 9th goal for Team Portugal with 3 minutes and about 15 seconds left until the final whistle of today's game.
Yeah, he's really put the team on his back here today, Noah Rosa. Stepped up in some big moments in what has been a tight, hard-fought battle. Rolls well, drops his hands, puts it bottom corner, and his team gets a lead again. And you saw his celebration and what it means to him there.
So once again, Team Portugal is leading the game. What we've been talking about in the beginning of the game, that all of the face-offs were won by Team Switzerland, and Team Portugal find their way to struggle to make it harder for Team Switzerland to win, although they're now with the ball, but it has been changing to the game.
Yeah, it's been Max Rodman who's stepped up for Portugal a lot of the time at the X. And then obviously the help off the wing from Michael Hawkins and Amorim as well. Done really well neutralising that strong Swiss face-off.
Till Schütze passes the ball behind the goal to Aiden Niklaus, who just tried to score the goal by running up the hash, turning his body around, but he didn't score. Ball stays red with Thomas Gehring. The ball is passed to Casey Ralini, who's now on the ball. Ball being passed through Schütze. Oh, what a beautiful shot by Louis Zeftel while just being
It's fantastic.
thrown on his knees, and he also managed to score the goal, and we got the score equalized another time in this game with a little bit more than 1.5 minutes left. Maybe we're heading to the overtime.
Potentially. He's a player, we talked about Noah Rosa down the other end, but Seftel has been fantastic yet again for this Swiss offence. He's had 2 or 3 assists, and I think that's his 3rd goal, so massive performance from him, and fights off that physical defence.
Before the game, he got 5 goals and 1 assist in this tournament, so he's just building up more and more, and the ball goes wide.
Yeah, we had a nice little behind-the-back attempt from Michael Hawkins there. Just had a hold on him, and he now gets the opportunity. 1 minute 20 left in this game.
80 seconds of game of the play. Will the Team Portugal try to just burn the clock? No, they're not. They're just taking a timeout, preparing some play, and trying to regain the lead. I think the most of the game they were leading, but now the score is equal.
Yeah, I think.
And everything is possible.
The Portuguese coach will just want to get them in, get the right personnel on, and talk about the game plan. Actually, as we said, just under 80 seconds left, and imagine they're going to try and work it for that last second shot. You know, and knowing full well if they don't make it, then it goes to overtime and they get another opportunity. But the last thing they want to do is turn it over and give this strong Swiss offense the opportunity to get a winner. Be interested though to see who they trust with the ball in their stick here. Obviously in previous games it's been Michael Hawkins who stepped up massively. They've obviously got that threat from Thomas Vella who plays professional indoor, but
today Noah Rosa is also on fire, yeah?
Of course. I don't know if they'll try and work it to him back door, because he's been really good with that outside shot today, but whatever happens, it's going to be a very interesting last minute and a quarter.
That's just one of the last pool play games, and it's getting really interesting. No matter what the stakes are, both of teams are still at 100% willing to have a W written in the books. That's what we love about lacrosse.
Of course.
Still passionate about winning. And we have a Team Portugal on the ball. It will probably start in number 9's stick, William Childs.
No, it looks like it's coming out here to Thomas Vella.
Okay.
On the side.
Okay, yes, that's true, on the other side. Vella with the ball.
That looked like a moving pick to me, and it was. It's cheap. From Child, Switzerland get it over. I don't think they've got a timeout left, but
they've got 1 minute of the play, exactly 60 seconds. They could potentially capitalize. 50 seconds.
Casey Riolini here, who again has had quite a positive impact today for the Swiss, sitting behind goal.
Niklaus, another very, very active player here.
There's a big screen. That one wasn't moving. Casey Riolini just pulls it out, kicks it all the way through. It's a great move.
Shot by Christopher Klaasens goes wide, but Swiss guys are struggling to stay on the ball. 20 seconds left. The ball goes wide and is just pushed somewhere around the middle line.
It's going wide.
Ball goes wide.
Vella bringing it in now. Just over 10 seconds left. He's driving to the cage. Flicks it across. Cruz.
And we got another goal by number 89, Justin Cruz, who's been also one of the best scorers on the Team Portugal. Before the game he had 4 goals, and he puts another very important goal inside the field, inside the cage of Jacob Thorne, who's been what a beautiful pass from Thomas Vela. Also, it's worth mentioning. But effort of Justin Cruz, who's now secured probably the win of Team Portugal, first win of the tournament, with the score 10-9 and only 5 seconds left, I think.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We were talking about it, the Greece game yesterday. They had a last-second winner scored against them, and I found it interesting that the coaches didn't call a timeout, call a stick check in that game. Yeah, again, a last-second winner for Justin Cruz. I'm sure his stick is legal because no one would ever want to break the rules. But
that's the spirit of lacrosse.
But if I was the coach, I'd be calling a stick check there. You don't lose anything, and if it is illegal, that goal would get ruled out as Michael Hawkins fights for it. Portugal get their first win, 10-9. It's a big upset here, but a fantastic team performance from Portugal. And a big last-second goal, as you say, from Justin Cruz. Sees them win it.
That was a beautiful game with another beautiful last seconds goal with only 5 seconds left on the clock. Justin Cruz makes it to win the game alongside, of course, with his team Portugal. Team Portugal 10, Team Switzerland 9. Thank you very much and see you soon during other games. And please stay with us because now after the game we won't finish the broadcast because Summer Cisco will do the post-game interview with the players. Thank you very much. Stay with us and wait for the post-game interviews with the players from Team Portugal, the winners, and Team Swiss, unfortunately, the team that lost the game. Thank you very much, Fraser.
Thank you very much.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
I'm here with Justin Cruz, number 89 from Portugal, after a big win with 5 seconds left versus Switzerland. Justin, 5 seconds left, had the ball, you scored the goal. Describe to me what that feels like.
Can't put into words. It's unbelievable. This is huge for the team. You know, we've been working at this for a very long time, and it just feels so good that we actually pulled it out.
Awesome. And it was getting a little rough out there. Flags were thrown. How do you keep a level head during all of this?
We talk about it game in, game out, just not to react, take the bruises, take the bumps, and just keep playing hard, head down, hard lacrosse, and then eventually the results would come.
And this is your first international win. What does that mean to you, your team, and for your country?
Oh, it means everything. This is what we've been working for. The guys for the past, I don't know how many years they've been putting the work in. We've just grind through the Euro 6s, the last year's Euro championship. So to get that final win, and it just feels unbelievable.
Awesome. Thank you. That's Justin Cruz after scoring the game-winning goal for Portugal at the European Championships here in Wrocław.
Thank you so much.